Yeah, it's Coach Jess here with my first video. I'm going to take you through a little mobility routine that is going to be great after you did a big race, maybe a big workout. I myself just completed a little 101K fun run down at Hitchcock this weekend. 63 miles total, over 13,000 feet of climbing, which also means about 13,000 feet of going downhill in the snow. So I have some body parts, quads and hips that are pretty shot, but this is going to be a great workout just to help move those joints, muscles, get them back flowing again. Follow along. Good mornings. So we're just going to hinge at our hips, sticking that butt back, keeping your back flat as you come forward, and slowly standing back up and back down again. I'm just going to go as far forward as I can, which is about right here, till I feel a pull in my hamstrings and glutes. Hold for a second, pop it back up. I'm not going to take you through for a specific amount of reps or a specific amount of time. We're just going to go with what my body feels right. So go with what your body feels right. If that means more or less than what I'm doing, go for it. Either pause me or speed it up. So just a couple of these here, getting that nice good stretch. Back up. For this one, I'm going to exhale on my down here just to get that stretch. Breathe in and out. And then come back up. Alright. And then I'm going to shake it out, just doing a couple of hip circles. Whatever direction this is, clockwise, sticking that butt back, hips out to the side, coming forward. I'm going to switch up my directions, loosen up the hips a little bit. Again, my back is staying flat, so pretty much all of this motion coming from my hips. We're not bending at the waist. Keeping the core tight, which is hard to do after yesterday's miles. Alright, taking as wide of a stance as you can. We're going to just shift our weight side to side, feel a nice little pull on the inner thigh here. I can't go down much lower because my quads say no, but give whatever you've got. And switch. So again, you can go a little bit faster. We don't want it to be a huge bouncy movement, just kind of sinking into that stretch, but we're not holding this one either. Exhale as you go down to help get that further stretch. Again, if your muscles let you, that's as much as my quads are letting me do today. Again, more or less on the reps than what I'm giving you. But keep yourself equal. I'm just doing one more here. And then I'm going to take it to the ground here. Bringing however you can get down the day after a race. This is what I've got. Down on the ground. We're going to do a hip flexor stretch. I'm going to turn to show you. Wow. So we've got about a 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle at this knee, and we're just going to exhale, leaning forward again, whatever you've got, so you can stretch out that hip flexor, maybe a little bit into your quad, and then we're going to shift back onto your knee. You can exhale as you lean forward. Hold for just a second or two and shift back. Again, we're not really stretching, just going into a little bit of movement with a slight pause and back. Just a rocking motion. Whatever your body lets you do. We're going to do one more for me. And then I'm going to switch sides. I'm just going to turn and face you for this one. Again, 90-degree angle here, upright here, then leaning forward. Again, whatever motion you have. Pause for a second. Rock it back. Exhale as you lean forward. Get into that farther stretch as much as you can. Rock it back. Should be feeling that pull a little bit in the hip flexor here for a stretch and down into the quad if you're really sore like I am. I'm going to give it one more lean And we're gonna switch sides. This time, we're gonna pop this knee out to the side, almost a 90-degree angle out to the side, whatever your hip lets you do. Turn it out as far as you can. And we're gonna lean into that stretch here. So now we're getting a stretch into your inner thigh and then popping back out. Same motion, just turn it out a little bit more so we get more inner thigh work here. Exhale on your reach forward. Hold for a second if you can. Pop it back again. Nice and slow, rocking movement. I'm gonna do one more here. And then we're gonna switch sides. Some tricky part. All right, again, popping that leg out as wide as you can, and then lean. I'm going out of frame, and that's okay. 2. Exhale on that lean. Pop it back. We got 2 more for me. Again, more or less for you, whatever you can do, whatever feels right for you. 1 more. Now we're gonna relax a little bit. Going into child's pose, you're gonna sit back on your heels. My feet are directly beneath my butt. And then we're gonna stretch those arms out wide, far in front, but as low as you can. You're gonna let that head sink between your shoulders. Again, hold this pose as long as you feel comfortable. Feel free to pause me or speed me up. Nice deep breaths as you hold this one. Wiggle those hips a little bit back and forth to help yourself sink into it some more. From here, we're gonna roll into a cobra pose, bringing all your weight forward onto your hands. If this is too much, you can go down onto your elbows, start there, into Sphinx. If you want a little bit more into your lower back, up onto your hands. Breathing in deep, but we're also gonna tilt that chin up towards the sky, not excessively. Don't crank your head. Pushing up from your palms into your shoulders, squeezing those shoulder blades back. Couple deep breaths. All right, we're gonna take it back into that child's pose. This time we're gonna thread the needle. We're gonna reach one arm underneath, between your arm and your knees, underneath, putting that shoulder on the ground as you sit back on your heels. Other arm is extended out in front of you. Holding this one for a couple breaths as long as you're comfortable. Bring that head down to the ground again. Alright, coming forward, switching your hands, other arm, thread the needle, drop that shoulder towards the ground, sit back, drop your head to the ground, relax, nice deep breaths. Bringing it back onto your palms. We're gonna go up into a plank position, so we're gonna lift your toes up on the ground. I'm gonna turn you just slightly. Straighten those legs out. Keep that back nice and flat. Actually, we're gonna pop that butt up so we can stretch those calves. And then you can rock back off, shoulders over hands if you want. And then we're gonna rock that butt back again. Stretch those calves out. Stretch your shoulders out, back on top of your palms. Keep that core nice and tight when you do this. I know that's hard after your race. Form is important. One more rock. Alright, into that plank position. Now we're just gonna drop one knee, pressure onto your, putting the heel back on your other foot, and then we're gonna switch sides. Stretching those calves out one at a time. Again, try to keep those shoulders over your hands and that core tight. We're gonna go one more for me. And then I'm gonna swing one knee in front, one knee behind. I'm gonna turn just to show you a little bit. I kind of have 90 degrees at this knee, 90 degrees at this knee. We're gonna do some switches. We're gonna lean back, support yourself, just move those hips. We're gonna flip those knees over to the other side and back. Nice and slow, get those hips moving. Try to get their full range of motion. Again, a little hard after a race. Trying to put both knees on the ground either way. Again, I'm going to turn just a little bit more so you can see, again, from this angle, both knees on the ground, up and over. The right one doesn't want to go all the way down on the first go, but now we're getting there. That's why we move. We loosen up as we go. Not a race, just nice deep flow, whatever you can. Don't force the movement. Again, if your knee isn't going to go to the ground, don't put it there until it wants to go there. Turn just a little bit for our next one. Give myself one more rotation here. And then this next one, I'm actually going to hold kind of a modified pigeon pose, so I'm still in that 90-90. I'm just gonna lean forward, reach forward so I can stretch out my glute a little bit. Right there. Nice deep breaths. Leaning forward, I'm up on my elbows right now. Not that you can see that bump. Up on my elbows. If you can bring your chest even farther down all the way to your knee, head on the ground. Again, don't force the movement, whatever you're comfortable with. Nice deep breaths, and that movement might get even lower with each breath you take. Alright, we're just gonna flip-flop on over. I'm gonna slide just a little bit so you can see. Flip those knees over one more time. Gonna turn, and we're gonna do that same motion, leaning forward as far as you can. This one's not gonna go as far. Again, you can prop yourself up on your hands, down on your elbows if you can get there, down on your face if you can get even there. Nice deep breaths. Don't force the motion. Alrighty, then we're gonna come into butterfly, so swing this foot out in front. Bring those feet together to meet. Again, as close as you can bring those feet into yourself. Everybody's flexibility is different, especially after a race. I still got mine mostly. Feet are together though, and then we're just gonna try to let those knees sink down to the ground. I want you to keep that chest tall, as in our back is still flat. As we lean forward for this stretch, lean from your chest, so it's staying tall. I'm not sinking my shoulders down, shoulders back, chest tall. Every lean is coming from my hips, not my waist. Again, pressing those knees down with your elbows a little bit if you can. Again, don't round those shoulders. Nice deep breaths. Inner thigh is getting that stretch. we're gonna cross one foot up on our knee here. You can sit back, leaning on your hands, one foot on your knee, crossing your leg. I'm just gonna wiggle side to side, back and forth a little bit. Every time that knee comes closer to the ground, it gets a little bit more of a stretch in your glute, and then coming back. Just a nice gentle rocking motion here, nothing excessive again. Don't force the movement. Nice and slow, breathe with it. Exhale as you push it down. Inhale when you're coming back to center. I'm gonna go one more, exhale. And back to center. And then I'll switch sides, cross your foot up on your knee. Again, this leg, as much as you can for flexibility, don't force that movement. Exhale as you bring your knee down towards the ground. And inhale on the way up. Again, not forcing that movement, so my knee's not getting that close to the ground. Just getting that stretch in. And back up. Again, you can do more or less than I am. Pause the video, speed it up. Go at your pace. Just trying to get that motion in. I've got one more for myself. Exhaling down. Inhale back up. Then we're gonna lay down on your back towards the happy baby pose. I can't reach my toes today. I'm just gonna grab my knees up front. Do not grab from behind. Grab in front, pull those knees towards your chest. And if you're flexible, go ahead and reach for those feet. Otherwise, shins and knees are just fine. Pulling them in, you can walk your toes back and forth. Nice deep breaths here. Just relaxing. One more breath for me. And then we're going to bring your arms out to your side, keeping those knees kind of bent at a 90-degree angle. We're going to rotate them to the ground, to one side, and we're just going to hold it there. Trying to keep your opposite shoulder down on the ground. Nice deep breaths for a couple here. Time to switch sides. We're going to bring those feet up together, knees up together, twist them on over to your other side. Arms straight out to your side yet. Looking straight up if you can. And nice deep breaths as you hold this position. Last breath. And then we're going to open the book a little bit. For this one, we're going to lay directly on your side here. So my bottom leg is nice and straight. My top leg, I have a 90-degree angle, hip to knee here. Arm is out perpendicular on the bottom. My top arm matching it. Head is resting on the ground. You're gonna exhale, reaching back as far as you can. You might not touch the ground, and that's okay. And then bring that arm back to meet your hand again. Exhale, extend. Inhale, back. Exhale, extend, stretch that chest out. And back. Nice and gentle movement. We're not rushing it. Trying to get as much extension as you can. You might be able to reach farther with each movement. I'm gonna go one more for myself. Again, more or less for you, whatever you can handle today. Alright, back to my hand. And then for you, I would say flip over. I'm gonna turn and show you from this perspective. So that bottom leg again, straight. Top leg, knee up and over, 90-degree angle. There we go. Bottom arm perpendicular straight out. Top hand meets it, head is resting on the ground. I am going to follow that hand up until I'm about center with my eyes reaching open and bringing that hand back. For the most part, my eyes follow my hand and back. Whatever feels natural for your head, don't crank it. But it does have some motion with this motion. Don't rush the movement. Try to get as much extension as you can reaching back. Whether or not that's reaching the ground. I've got one more. We're going to open up that chest nice and good.